call of a person shot, 8957 South Bishop, 8957 South on Bishop.
Is over the scene right now in the 1400 block of West 90th Street. Chicago police say somebody approached an 80-year-old man sitting in a vehicle and just started firing. This all happened about 10 a.m. The victim was shot in the head and the back and died at the hospital. Nobody is in custody. We'll have much more information as it becomes available throughout this newscast.
The morning was calm. The kind of quiet that makes you believe for a fleeting moment that everything is right in the world. The sun has settled in the sky, casting long shadows over West 90th Street. James Stroud, 80 years old, pulled his burgundy SUV to the curb. A simple phone call had interrupted his drive. Just a moment. That's all it was supposed to be. But moments have a way of turning into something else. A witness would later recall the sound. 5 gunshots. Sharp, quick, final. The first shot shattered the stillness. A sudden, deafening crack splitting through the morning air. Then another and another, until there were 5. Inside the SUV, James Stroud sat motionless. His driver's side window shattered, glass splinters reflecting the sunlight, a cruel imitation of something beautiful. A single bullet to the head, another to the back. He never had a chance. Just minutes later, the 911 call came in. A witness, their voice laced with shock, relayed what little they had seen. A burgundy SUV, a man slumped inside, no movement. No other information.
In the city's Brainerd neighborhood, Chicago police are investigating the murder of an 80-year-old man who they say had pulled over for a moment to take a call.
Supposedly this victim was on the phone. He had just pulled over. He was talking on the phone, and his car just came up after he pulled over and shot at him.
The victim has been identified as James Stroud. Around 10 a.m., a witness called 911 after hearing 5 gunshots ring out near 90th and Bishop.
Then he stated someone was shot inside of a burgundy SUV 4-door. Caller had no other information. EMS, they are responding.
Stroud's driver's side window is riddled with bullet holes. According to police, a suspect vehicle pulled up next to his car and someone inside opened fire. While police haven't shared information about the suspect's vehicle, police scanner reveals what the car might look like.
I'm still getting a Mitsubishi, a newer sedan, black Mitsubishi sedan with tinted windows.
Okay, and a bit of conflict on which type of vehicle that the offender was in. It could be a GMC, could be a black Mitsubishi sedan with tint.
Stroud was rushed to an area hospital where he died.
The shooter's vehicle was gone before anyone could react. No screeching tires, no desperate getaway, just gone. Police scrambled to piece it together, but even their reports held contradictions. A black Mitsubishi sedan, tinted windows, or was it a GMC? The descriptions clashed, like echoes of fragmented truth, distorted as they spread from one voice to another. How many were inside the vehicle? 1, 2, more? No one knew, no one saw, but someone out there did.
A gunman opens fire, killing an 80-year-old man sitting in his vehicle. Our Sabrina Franza is live at Chicago Police Headquarters. And Sabrina, you actually talked with the victim's son.
We did. James Stroud was the name of the victim in this case. He had just retired and was just starting to enjoy his retired life. His family now in disbelief because they say he was robbed of the chance to do so.
Someone was shot inside of a burgundy SUV 4-door.
I'm confused, not knowing what's going on, because it looked like his car, and I'm worried, he's not answering. And finds out that it was him.
James Stroud Jr. was named after his father. He says they just spoke last night before his wife sent him a photo of his father's car this morning, now with bullet holes in the driver's side window.
Whoever did it, I hope that justice is served, because my dad was a good guy. That was cowardly. Whoever did that, very cowardly.
Police say Stroud was sitting in his car around 10 a.m. when someone in another car shot him in the head and in the back. CPD was on scene documenting evidence for hours after the shooter got away.
Between 9:30 and 9:45, it was like about 6 gunshots outside the window.
James Horley lives in the building next to where Stroud was parked. Stroud did not live there. His family has no idea why he had pulled over in that moment.
My dad taught me everything. He taught me how to work on cars. He taught me just responsibility. He taught me everything. I just can't understand. We just went to the doctor, had a checkup yesterday. Everything was pretty much okay.
As you heard, Stroud's family said he had just gotten to the doctor and got a relatively clean bill of health before this all happened. Chicago police have not yet made any arrests. They say they are still investigating. Over police scanner, you could hear that they were looking seemingly for a man and a woman that fled the scene.
Detectives combed through the evidence, but what was there to find? No arrest, no motive, no known enemies. James Stroud was 80 years old. An ordinary man caught in an extraordinary crime. Why him? Was it random, a mistake, or something far more deliberate? The bullet holes in his window told one story. The silence afterward told another.
Someone shoots an 80-year-old man on the far south side, and at this hour, they're still on the loose.
And WGN's Angelica Sanchez spoke with the victim's son. She's live at Advocate Christ Medical Center with more now. Angelica.
Good evening to you both. We spoke, like you said, with the victim's son, who tells us his father was just running errands this morning. He does not understand how anyone could target a man his father's age.
We don't know why this happened. We just know that he was on his way to the bank.
A heartbroken son, now in search of answers.
My dad shouldn't have got killed or just perished like this.
James Stroud Jr. tells us his 80-year-old father, James Stroud Sr., had just recently retired and lived in nearby Beverly.
My mom is at home, but she doesn't believe it.
He was shot and killed Wednesday morning on the 1400 block of West 90th Street.
He might have pulled up with an answer call. Maybe somebody was trying to rob him and he wouldn't open the door, and they shot the window and killed him because he wouldn't open the door. I just don't know.
Chicago police say just after 10 a.m., James Sr. was sitting in his car near 90th and Bishop when he was approached by an unknown vehicle. They say a suspect with a gun fired several shots, striking him in the head and back. He was transported to Christ Hospital. He did not survive. Evidence markers surrounded his vehicle.
Oh, that's somebody's loved one that's gone, so that's not right.
Neighbors near the crime scene are stunned after learning the victim's age.
It's disturbing to my spirit, and I don't like it at all. Because that could be somebody's father, grandfather.
Police say no one is in custody at this time.
My dad was a good guy. I mean, they knew him as Night and Day Torn. I don't know what else to say, but he was a good guy. Everybody knew him.
A son hopeful justice catches up to those responsible.
Whoever did this to my dad, I hope they get you. I hope you pay for this.
Loved ones are asking neighbors to speak up if they saw anything that could help investigators, if they have any video, to share that with police.
Somewhere, someone knows what happened on West 90th Street that morning. Someone saw, someone heard, but the world moves fast, and the shadows of unanswered questions grow longer with time. James Stroud's story isn't over. It lingers just beneath the surface, a puzzle missing its final pieces. A crime waiting for its truth to be told. But until then, the silence remains. Alright, y'all, there y'all have it. That's been the story of James Stroud, the 80-year-old man from Chicago, rest in peace. That's a crazy story, man. Let's see what comes after it, what develops, Get in that comment section, let me know what y'all think, man. But you know what it is, drillers and trappers. We out here trapping and drilling, 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang!